What's happening, guys? Blank here and welcome to my walkthrough of what I consider one of the greatest metroidvanias of all time, Blasphemous. And this one is one that we're doing because you guys asked for it. So let's go straight into the game. Let's do this. It is not the sun rising, but our sins. Anonymous.
Because it is my guilt, I claim you, grievous miracle. Make my chest hurt with regret. Forge your punishment and nail it deep. Shape my guilt once again.
And thus, guilt, repentance, mourning, and every pain of the soul of all kind were visibly and tangibly manifested everywhere and in all of us. Sometimes in the form of blessing and grace, sometime in the form of punishment and corruption. That divine will, equally pious and cruel, which we could not and will never be able to unravel, was called the miracle.
Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow, and the first section of this game. There you go. Those are our flasks, that's how we heal. That's how the game starts, with a beautiful tutorial, I gotta be honest. To the left we have a section that we cannot access just yet. That's something that we gotta come back in the future. And right now this is all just tutorial base. Just gonna keep moving forward and learn what is it that the game wants us to do. Jump. Keep doing jumpies. You're gonna fall? Probably not. But if you go down, we'll teach you how to climb ladders, I guess. But yeah, this is definitely one game. This is another section that you guys can access later on. But a couple of them, it's not achievable right now. Here, the game is teaching you how to hit. And here we have our first preview. I don't know how to pronounce that, honestly speaking. I hope that I'm pronouncing it correctly, probably not. But this is like your bonfire. This is where you will rest, and this is where you will respawn if you die. Really important thing to do, okay? Make sure that you're resting every time that you can. It's a quite a nice image right here, nice statue. Do not know what it represents, but let's go. Then, as you guys might imagine, yep, the game greets us with a beautiful boss fight. Now this guy's got two moves, so you gotta be careful. He's got that shockwave and he's got this leap. Whenever he jumps, you slide, and whenever he... Ooh, wow, he got me on that one. Yep, every time he lifts his hand, you can just jump to dodge the shockwave. Oh, almost got me. Perfect. He's not gonna change patterns, fortunately for us. And don't be afraid of his hitbox, he doesn't have that much health. Again, he's a tutorial boss, not so difficult, but always nice to point out how the game is giving you exactly what you can expect moving forward. Requiem Aeternam. Now with this boss defeated, you guys could say that we have finished the tutorial. Now moving forward, we're gonna start facing the reality of this game. As soon as we reach this area, we have this beautiful door. This is a really important chamber for us to access in the future. Maybe a couple of episodes from now. It has some valuable items in it. We just need to buy an item. So this is for the future. Here, you just gotta jump and hit up. Destroy that, open the doors, and now we find our best friend, the guy that I hate the most, even though a lot of people actually like him. But hey, Deo Gracias, what's up?
Regretful be the heart, Penitent One. The anguish of the eldest brother has now come to an end. I am Deo Gracias, witness to and narrator of the acts of the grievous miracle. Such is my penance, as yours is silence. The cradle of affliction is what you seek. This can be found in the mother of mothers of the churches. It is a remote place separated from the rest of these lands by a great sacred and forbidden door. Even a wise penitent like me knows nothing of what lies beyond those high walls. However, what I do know is that, according to the rule, one must carry out the 3 humiliations to gain access to what they guard. One of them must be performed in the high mountains, covered in thick blankets of snow and ice. Another in the depths of a dark, entombed church where the sleeper lies. And the last one at the end of the trail, carved by moans that claw their way out of an iron spiral, in the bowels of the bell named Hondo that grows into the earth. Take this thorn and place it on the handle of your sword. If, when the time comes, as you grip your weapon firmly, you notice that it wounds you and makes you bleed, having grown, with more thorns sprouting from it, writhing over the figure of the father carved into the knob, that will mean that you are at the mercy of the grievous miracle, whether for its punishment or its forgiveness.
And just like that, we get a thorn. It's a quest item. We will be using that later, probably. And we have another beautiful pride you. So we can get our flasks back, and we can also get our health back. Now, from this point on, we're gonna get to like a forest-like area. and we're finally gonna be encountering some basic enemies. These guys, they don't really present a challenge, so don't mind them too much. These ones, on the other hand, are a little bit tougher, but the game says that you can parry them. And just like that, you can really like pack a punch against them. Now, do wanna point out the parry system, it's pretty tight on this game, but it's not as tight as you guys may imagine. Like as soon as you guys see that you guys got a chance to attack, just do it. It should be able to help out. Like whenever you guys see the movement from the enemy, that's when you guys gotta press the parry. Shouldn't be too tough. Sometimes can be difficult, but every enemy on its own. Some enemies will be easier than others. And remember to kill enemies so that way you can get your points. Then we get our first item. So, which is just this is what you consider your magic. So that's actually pretty cool. Now we can equip it, and well, magic, just like it says here, you enchant them, and every single magic has different lines on the mana bar. So depending on the type of magic, you will require more or less mana to use it. And then from here, all we need to do is, to be fair, this is one of the best magics in the game, in my opinion. It's pretty versatile, does a lot of damage and little to worry about. That item over there is not something that we can get right now. We will be getting that in the future. Now once again, keep making sure that you're killing every single enemy. All the money that you can collect from them is always going to be really helpful, so keep that in mind. That's a bad parry on my end, but that's perfectly fine. Again, these are enemies in the first area, and you always have the healing, so don't worry about that. That's our first child, and again, another part of the whole adventure in this game. You gotta get a lot of them, and depending on how many you have gotten, you will be able to access and trigger things in the future. So really important that we get those. Pretty important. These type of enemies, annoying. Listen, that was my fault, but that's perfectly fine. We can kill the next enemy. And again, nothing to worry about. If you get one hit or two, just like we are right now, it's not the end of the world. You can still move forward. The game is really forgiving on those hits.
There is no answer to our plea. The miracle has forsaken us, and my ornate throne turns its back on those who await here.
And now we get to Albedo. And we can open up the map so we can see exactly where we are and what we need to do. You guys see, this is gonna be a pretty big map, so don't sweat it. Don't stress out about it. Get your next, let's call it bonfire, it's easier than pronouncing its actual name. And then we have this water, again, another thing that we are actually gonna be coming back to in the future. Let's keep moving forward. Now here we're gonna meet some interesting characters. These are, as you can see, they're just cleaning the sick and the diseased. And well, some people that have suffered from war, or well, not war, but the whole instance of the game. So let's speak with them so you guys see what they gotta do.
Sorrowful be the heart, Penitent One. Welcome to Albedo, sanctuary to this humble brotherhood of the Kissers of Wounds. Few remain here who can still employ it, but Tirso is my name. There are few of us who still care for the sick and ailing. With devout kisses, we bless the wounds of those who seek our protection. Thus both we and they remain at the mercy of the miracle. Time outside these walls passes by strangely. In sundowns we need not contemplate. But if your penance happens to carry you under set skies, be so kind as to bring us some ingredients for our ointments. The will in the miracle shall show you which ones they are.
There you go, and just like that,
Time out, but if your penance sorrowful,
just like that, we have triggered the quest line, or we have actually gotten one of our first quests, secondary quests. You just bring items to them and they will actually be giving you things back, so important. Now we have a way to go down and a way to go up, really important. First we're gonna be going up so we can get a thorn item. These items, the Dove Skull, really good item in my opinion. It's one of the rosary beads. We will be unlocking the rosary beads. It's like charms in Hollow Knight. We will equipping it, and this one actually increases my defense, so enemies will be doing even less damage to us. This game actually has a lot of things for it, so. Then we could exit through the door, however, there's nothing that we can really do in there. That door is... That door just have things that we need to unlock later on, so we're gonna be going downstairs. And from here we have two ways. There is actually a hidden door to the right, but we're gonna be accessing the left first. That way we can have a beautiful cutscene once more. Our first mea culpa.
Penitent One, you who carry the painful guilt in your cracked hands. Lend it to us and alleviate our burden. Lend it to us and wipe away our tears. Because it is an act of penitence.
There you go, and now this is just like a shrine. There is a difference between the place where you rest and the place where you can actually improve your stuff. Your weapon, your attacks, and everything. So let's pick with it. And now you guys can see we can actually get some improvements. We have enough money to get some stuff. This is depending on the different powers that you have. It's really expensive to improve some of them. And honestly speaking, we do not use a lot of them, but we're not gonna be getting anything right now. We don't need anything, and if we need something, it would pretty much be like something else. Like aiming for an extra combo would be pretty nice, or maybe aiming for the Sacred Thrust. That's actually pretty cool too, but nothing that you really need right now, so we won't be going for anything right now. I want to save my money for something else. Now that we have triggered that, we can go all the way to the right, and you see this wall? Hit it. Secret wall. Yes, this game has secret walls. And here we have something interesting. We have another item. There you go. And this is just things well, we're gonna be needing for whatever it's inside of this area. Honestly speaking, let's go inside so you guys can see it. There's nothing crazy on it. It's a place where there is bones and we can actually speak with him and we can give him that item that we found outside, but we will not be doing that right now. We will be saving that for when we actually have collected more of those bones, or not bones but limbs. We could go to the right, but that's actually a section for later on. Those are the cisterns. You don't really want to deal with it. We're gonna go to the left and we're gonna be climbing one more time all the way to the top, because now it's time for us to actually exit this area. We go back to where the kissers are. They call kissers because if you guys see them, they're actually giving kisses. Look at that. Kisses. Kisses here. Kisses there. Taking care of the sick. And now we can be at the outside. Just like I mentioned, that's the door that we could have accessed from the top. There's nothing that you can do in there. And then here you also have a little baby that we cannot do anything with just yet. But instead, we're going to be speaking with the person that is inside of this church.
Thou hast called upon the winch of the Order of the True Shrine. In this place, we gather the remains of those who were separated and forgotten, so we can grant them holy burial as our charitable rule prescribeth. Help us, these poor souls, O Penitent One in silence. The Order blesses you.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, we're gonna be giving them blessings or offerings moving forward, but not right now. At this point, again, that's a little child that we cannot access just yet, so we're gonna be moving all the way to the right. And here we find another item, which is the Phalanx of Brannon. So this is another one of, just to show you guys, another one of the body parts. It looks like a small winner, in my opinion, but it's another one of the body parts. You need multiple of them and you need to give them to the Gravedigger, which is the guy that we saw a second ago. And then from this point, we're just gonna be going all the way to the right and we get to the Wastelands. Now the Wastelands is an interesting part. Enemies are not that complicated, but they hit really hard. Fortunately for us, they're really slow. So as long as you keep your eyes open on them, you should not have a hard time. Now, once again, I'm not saying that they are the easiest. They're definitely tough enemies, but at the same time, they're slow, so you can take that to your advantage to defeat them. Make sure that you kill this guy. It's just like 3 hits. Yep, and then they're defeated. And this section down below, don't worry, we'll get to it in a second. And once again, keep going always with the 1-2. The 1-2 is the thing that you gotta keep your eyes open. One of the biggest mistakes that you can make in this game is try to be too fast and try to, well, kill enemies before they hit you. And no, in this game you gotta take your time. You gotta do a 1-2 hit and then, or either 1 hit or 2 hits, and then that's kind of like how it's gonna go with this game. Every single time that you do something in this game, it's always gonna have to do with you focusing enough so that way you can actually kill enemies. And it's not all about you killing them before they kill you or hitting them before they're able to move. It's all about understanding the enemies and either blocking or dodging your way to kill them. Again, you can get 3 hits in, but you're either gonna dash to... I wouldn't suggest to get 3 hits in. It could be a little bit tough if you try to do so. These enemies with the shield, the only way to kill them... Well, there's multiple ways, but the best way to kill them is to hit them or block them. That way they don't really stand a chance. And this one is pretty obvious, but just in case you guys are wondering, you guys can dash down and get another item. And this is the Phalanx of Arthur, the sailor. So that's another one of the body parts. Again, nothing that you have to worry about. And here, instead of going to the right, we're actually going to be going down. Yes, I know that there's nothing that you can do in there because there is a big wall to the right, but once again, that wall is nothing to worry about. Now, right now, we are doing our best not to die because there's a lot on the line, but hey, nobody's perfect. These animals or this enemy right here is kind of complicated, it's kind of tricky. You guys gotta be... He's gonna be doing shockwaves and he hits really hard, but you gotta focus on his screams. Like, he's gonna be doing noises. That's why you gotta keep your ears up for it. So once you're here, first of all, let's use our magic. Hit him a couple of times with it. Why not? We have 3 of this, so take advantage of it. Kill them, and that's pretty much it. This is our first time dealing with that enemy, so that's the way that we're gonna do it, so that way we can get the Ovula of Proclamation and take down this tree. With this tree down, we pretty much are gonna trigger a shortcut, and this is our shortcut all the way back to Albedo. Now, from here moving forward, we don't have many problems. Just make a big jump, and again, that's really tight. But this is an enemy, just like I mentioned. We saved our magic to kill it because it was pretty straightforward. If you really want to face it, you're going to have to do a little bit more. You're going to have to listen whenever he does the or the noises of the bird. That's when you have to dodge or go back and avoid him. But now here, with that shortcut trigger, this is where we're going to actually be wrapping things up for the day. Next episode, we are going to be proceeding through the next section, which is taking us out to the outside, and we are gonna have plenty of things to do over there. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.